Cardinal King reporting in, and today is the first day of the normal/rare festival, and I'm going to show off the deck that I'll be using for the festival. It's called the NR Unbeatable 1000% Win Rate Magicians, and we'll show off the deck here, and it's basically a Pendulum deck. We're running off of Magicians, so we have a Dragon Pulse in here, times 3, and the Dragon Pulse here lets you discard one Pendulum monster and then target one face-up monster in the field to destroy it. We have the Dragon Pit Magician, which is the same thing for spell and traps on the field. Next we have the ever-famous Harmonizing Magician, which whenever we Pendulum summon her, we get to add a card from our deck onto the field. We've got the Performapal U-Golem. Whenever this guy gets Pendulum summoned, I can fusion summon one fusion monster from my extra deck, as long as I use the dragon as the other fusion material. So that guy's good to get out the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon here, which is an omni-negate. And we're playing level 4s, right? So these dark level 4s here let us get into the, where are you? They let us get into the Supreme King Dark Dragon. And then the rest of the cards we're playing are level 7s, which let us get into the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So we're using the Performapal U-Golem to get out the Odd Eyes Vortex. We're using the Supreme King Dark Dragon, which is limited to 1, to either get one free monster out on the field or grab the 0 gate here, which is a 0 on the Pendulum scale. We're using the Abyss Actor to kind of do the same thing. So if we get this guy on our first turn, we can set him on the Pendulum scale and then normal summon him. So we can use this as another dark level 4 with the Harmonizing Magician or with the Performapal Yugo Golem to summon the Supreme King Dragon. We're using the Aether because this guy, whenever we special summon him, we can target one monster card on the field and banish it. We're using the Alpha Dragon as a recycler, so whenever he's special summoned, he can grab us a Magician or an Odd Eyes from the graveyard, and whenever he is on a Pendulum scale with another Magician or Odd Eyes card, he can let us grab a Magician card from our extra deck face up. So we're using the Dharma Eyes Magician as kind of filler, right? We're using the Dragon Collar Magician as kind of filler and to also let us turn a card into a dragon card in case we need it. The Supreme King Gate 0 here is to help us out with this guy. It's a target for him to grab. The Rainbow Zoo here it gets attacked based on the difference of the extra deck. So by the time we're mid-game, we're going to have about like 20 cards in our extra deck and our opponent might only have like 10. But we really want to use this guy as a Pendulum scale so that he can power up one of our existing cards. And the kind of keys to the deck here are these guys, the Star Pendulum Graph, which makes it so my spellcasters are unaffected by spell cards. And also whenever one of them leaves a monster summon or a Pendulum summon, I can grab whatever spellcaster I want from the entire deck. And the Time Pendulum Graph, which lets my spellcasters not be affected by trap cards. And I can use it once per turn to target one Pendulum monster or Magician card in a Pendulum zone and use it to destroy one card. And if it doesn't destroy the other card, maybe it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects or whatnot, then I can send it to the graveyard. So this is a really powerful card in this deck. And just as I've been playtesting it, I added the Ignite Reload just kind of to help with consistency. That way if we brick, we can kind of unbrick. So this guy lets me reveal any number of Pendulum monsters from my hand and shuffle them to the deck, then draw cards equal to the number of cards that you shuffle into the deck plus 1. Alright, so now onto the extra deck. We've got the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, which is kind of our negate here. This is kind of the guy we're trying to reach, right? So when a spell card, spell trap, or another monster's effect is activated, I can shuffle one face-up Pendulum monster into the extra deck and negate from the extra deck into the deck and negate the activation and destroy the card. So a really powerful card. Two ways of getting it again. We can use the Performapal over here, or we can use the Odd Eyes Absolute because this guy, whenever he's sent to the graveyard, I can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from my extra deck, so we usually use that to summon the Vertex Dragon. Yeah, other than that, we just have some guys that kind of help us out. 2 level 4s here. We can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, target 1 face-up monster with less attack, send it to the graveyard, and inflict 1,000 damage. Can't attack the turn he does that. This one is while you control a face-up spell, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. This turn, this card can attack your opponent directly, but other monsters cannot attack. So this one's a pretty good stall tactic there whenever you have the Pendulum graph up. Then we have the Force Focus, which negates 1 level 5 or higher monster's effect. We're not really pulling this guy too much because we don't have that many level 6 monsters. We only really have the Aether and the Alpha Dragon Magician. The Ebon Magician is actually really good. So this is another one we want to pull out super quick because he lets us detach 1 material and special summon a spellcaster normal card from our hand or deck. So this guy gives us instant advantage, right? One that I've only used once but is actually a decently good tech card is the Armed Dragon, the Dragon of Annihilation. So he's basically like a Dark Armed Dragon. As long as we have exactly 5, we can detach 1 and then destroy 1 card. And we banish 1 from our graveyard. So it's all good. We're doing the Magician of Hope just to have another level 4 target on here. We're using the Gravity Controller. So this guy can't be destroyed by battle. If it destroys another card, or can't be destroyed by battle with monsters in the main monster zone. And if it battles a card in the extra monster zone, you return them both to the deck. Baba Barber basically does the same thing, right? So she's pointing here and here. And we could also use her to make someone whiff if we have it over here, pointing to the bottom. So she lets me banish 1 monster if this card points to till the end phase. But she can only activate it during the battle phase. So this card is very situational, but you can use it to link climb. We're using the Berserker of 10A as just kind of a beat stick. Link 3, just because we can swarm the field really quick with this deck. And then this guy is also a beat stick, the Steel Star Regulator, because he starts off with 1,000 attack, and then he gains 100 times the level of the link materials we used. So, and it's 3 non-link monsters. So if you do 3 level 7s, he gains 2,100 extra attacks. So he's at 3,100. This guy basically helps you clear out most stronger monsters on the field. And yeah, guys, that's it. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, suggestions in the comments. Have some good duels. Don't forget to do all that goofy stuff that YouTubers ask you to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us your blood type, the last 3 numbers of your credit card, etc., etc. Bye.